So in this video, I am going to share with you and define a high achiever versus someone that is a perfectionist. I'm going to talk about the traits of perfectionism, give you some questions to ask yourself to help you think about whether or not you are truly a perfectionist, and questions to help you identify which type you are. Now, I don't want you to be surprised if you find out that you may have more than one type of perfectionist. I'm also going to share with you how you can overcome perfectionism for each type, provide you with some tips and some strategies, and I'm going to give you a bonus. And that bonus is sharing the differences between a high achiever and the perfectionist. I am Karen. I am a certified life coach here to help you achieve and unlock your full potential. I want to talk to my middle level managers and my team leads because most of you are in those positions because you're either a high achiever or you may consider yourself a perfectionist. You know, somehow or another, some of these qualities and traits got you into the position that you're in. But I want to ask you, do you know that there are 3 types of perfectionism? If you didn't know that, I would like for you to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will know that a lot of people don't know that little fun fact. So let's get into the definition. Perfectionism is a personality trait or mindset characterized by the pursuit of extremely high standards. It is the belief that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. Perfectionists tend to set unrealistic expectations for themselves and may engage into a lot of self-criticism. They often fear failure and they may even procrastinate. And I do have a video on my channel about procrastination, and I will link it up here. And procrastination can result into anxiety and depression if you're not meeting your standards. A high achiever is someone who consistently performs in an exceptional level, often exceeding or reaching their goals or objectives. High achievers are known for dedication, motivation, and their ability to consistently produce results in various areas, whether it's in their academics, their career, their sports, and their personal pursuits. Most high achievers and perfectionists find themselves relating themselves with success and accomplishments. Now I'm getting into the traits. The perfectionist has a all or nothing mentality, where with a high achiever, they understand the importance of having that balance. The perfectionists are also extremely highly critical of themselves. They will find something wrong with everything, even if you point out the good. They set goals that are unrealistic and they don't enjoy the process of setting and working towards the goal. They are very much so result driven. Okay. Where I find that with the high achiever, they are more driven by the process and not the results. And high achievers also want to ensure that there is a level of balance. Perfectionism or perfectionists, they get depressed or sad when the goal is not met, and nothing will make them happy if their goal is not met. Those are some of the key differences between the perfectionist and the high achiever. As I stated before, the perfectionists, they put a lot of emphasis on the results. They also have a tendency to procrastinate. And not only that, because of their rigid thought process, they have low self-esteem. Let's get into the 3 types of perfectionism. We have the self-oriented perfectionism. Do you know anyone that always says, I like to make sure that I dot my I's and cross my T's? I say that all the time at work. This type of perfectionism is self-oriented. They are the conscious individuals. They are focused on the details. They pay a lot of attention to details. They have high personal standards and they drive excellence. This type of perfectionism can lead to high stress and burnout. And boy, do I know that for sure. Okay. I will actually review something 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get it right instead of just saying, okay, this is good enough. But because of my detail oriented nature, did not help. When I joined the military, I really became making sure that I dotted my I's and crossed my T's all the time. Very high stress. And sometimes because you are a perfectionist, I would say that that is more self-inflicted perfectionism than anything else. It's inward. It's you. The questions to ask yourself for this type of perfectionism is, do I set unrealistic high standards for myself in the various areas of my life? Am I overly critical of my own performance, even when others perceive it as great or excellent or good? Here's the second form of perfectionism, other oriented. Do you know anyone who will not delegate because they don't believe anyone can do it as good as them? This is a type of perfectionism that can cause problems because you have unrealistic demands or standards. You are critical of what others will do. This type of perfectionism, you ask yourself, have I ever felt disappointed or frustrated when others do not live up to my expectations? The second question that you want to ask yourself is, do I frequently expect others to meet my high standards or criticize them when they do not meet my standards? If you have felt disappointed or frustrated when others do not meet your standards and living up to your expectations, this is the type of perfectionism you are. Socially prescribed perfectionism. Do you know anyone that gets praises from everyone, from family, friends, coworkers, colleagues, people in the community, and wants to be or say just right? This perfectionism gains the praise and the recognition, but can have high levels of anxiety and depression as well. Do you often worry about what others think of you and fear their judgment or disapproval? Do you avoid taking risk or being afraid of failing in front of others? Now, Gold Crushers, I want to be completely honest with you. You are not going to be able to achieve your goals, your dreams, your desires if you are stuck in perfectionism. Why, you ask? Because nothing you do will be acceptable to you, okay? Now, depending on where you land in those three types of perfectionism will determine how you move forward. Now, let me just say that perfectionism is not something that you're going to get rid of. You can't erase perfectionism. What I believe you should be doing is identify what level or what type of perfectionism you have, and then you can address it. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Depending on where you land on the perfectionism spectrum, I'm going to share with you one thing that you can do right now that can help you overcome and give you a strategy. If you are self-oriented perfectionism, I need you to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you make a mistake or you fall short on your own expectations. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion and self-talk. Now, here's the strategy. I want you to dedicate 5 minutes each morning to mindfulness exercise, such as meditation, deep breathing, to start your day with a calm and self-compassionate mindset. Okay. If you are other-oriented perfectionism, I want you to practice delegating the tasks to others and trust them to complete them to the best of their abilities. Give them the space to make the mistakes and to own their own and learn from their own experiences. So how can you do this? Here's the strategy. I need you to identify tasks that you can delegate to a team member, a family member, a friend. Start with understanding their strengths and their expertise, right? If you are a team lead and you don't know their strengths and expertise, ask them, what are you good at? What's your strong suit? Start with smaller, lower risk things that needs to be done. And then you can build that trust gradually. You don't want to assign someone something big like doing the budget. Maybe have them review a presentation for you or something of that sort. The third, socially oriented perfectionism. That's where I want to challenge you with the self-negative talk. Recognize that the fear of judgment of others often stems from your negative self-talk. So work on changing these thoughts to more realistic and more positive ones. The strategy for this is to keep a journal, record instances of your negative self-talk related to your role, your goals, your life, whatever may be going on with you at that time. For each negative thought, I want you to write down evidence that supports a more positive and a more balanced perspective for you. Overcoming perfectionism is a process that will take time and effort. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to celebrate your progress along the way. And it can also be helpful to combine these tips and tailor them to the specific needs and situations in your life. These strategies in its own has helped me focus on my own perfectionism journey. And I want to encourage you to do the same. So the first thing I want you to do is to understand your perfectionism tendencies. Journal and reflect on that. Change your thoughts with facts. Facts can't be changed, right? Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. I want you to set a goal as you implement the strategies. Think about what actions and a timeline that you can set for yourself. And then, most importantly, I want you to reflect. Reflect on all the things that you have done so that you can understand your perfectionism journey. Okay, you can follow me on K Goals with Karen on IG, or you can sign up for my newsletter. You can also book a 20-minute consultation to see if we're a good fit for my one-on-one coaching program. I am accepting new clients. And here is the bonus, okay? I'm going to leave you with 3 key differences between a high achiever and a perfectionist, okay? Now, I want you to take notes on this part. High achievers find beauty in the process, not the outcome. Perfectionists are only interested in the outcome. Number 2, high achievers are their own BFFs. They accept their accomplishments. Perfectionism or perfectionists are the worst critic. They will find something wrong with everything they do, even if someone tells them what they do is right. Number 3, healthy achievers are not afraid of uncomfortable situations. Perfectionisms, they shy away from conflict. They do not want to feel uncomfortable. This video was helpful and useful. It also re-emphasized to me the importance of making sure that as a high achiever myself, that I am finding balance and not walking into my tendencies of wanting to be a perfectionist. So thank you, Goal Crushers, for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below and let me know, which perfectionism are you? Are you the socialized perfectionist? Are you the self-oriented perfectionist? Or are you the self-oriented perfectionist? All right, I will talk to you, Goal Crushers, later. Love you. Bye.